let's get right to it. Who's the NBA's MVP? Dwayne Wade. Yes. In my opinion, it's Dwayne Wade. He beats out LeBron James. It's a close race, yes it is, but what I'm about to tell you right now is the reason why I think LeBron James does not deserve MVP this year. And let's get to it. Let's jump right into it. All right. I'm not going to look at the stats. Stats are virtually the same. D-Wade averages 2 more points. LeBron averages 2 more rebounds. That's about the only difference. If you round up steals, they average the same steals. But if you don't do that, LeBron is averaging 1.7 and D-Wade is averaging 2.2. Okay? That's, if you don't round up the steals, D-Wade has an edge there. But round it up, they both averaging 2 steals. So, what separates them in this race to everybody is the Cavs record. Because the Cavs most likely are going to end the season with the best record in the NBA, and the Heat are barely going to win. They're not even going to win 50. So this is what separates them. This is what is separating these teams, or D-Wade and LeBron. This is what's separating them. So I'm about to show you why I went with D-Wade over LeBron. Supporting Cavs, and also what V actually stands for. Valuable. Dwayne Wade is more valuable to the Heat winning games than LeBron James. I know that's hard to believe because LeBron James is the Cleveland Cavaliers essentially. In many eyes, he's Cleveland. Same thing with Dwayne. He is the Heat. But this is what separates them. All right, so LeBron is averaging 28 points a game. Mo Williams is averaging 18. Okay? That's just a 10-point difference. 28 and 18. You subtract is 10. Okay? Now, for the Heat, D-Wade is averaging 30. Now, the big trivia question. Who is the next leading scorer for the Heat? Don't worry, I'll give you time to think about it. You done? Michael Beasley. At how many points? 13.6. I'll round it up and I'll give him 14 points a game. But still, that's still a 16-point drop-off from Dwayne Wade's 30. So Dwayne Wade has to make up more points for his team than LeBron. It just showed you. LeBron, 10-point drop-off. D-Wade, 16. Okay? You see how that works? 16-point drop-off. That's already proven that LeBron has a better supporting cast on the Cavs, and that's why their records are better. That's why their record is better than the Heat. The supporting cast shows you right there from one. That is better. I'm going to even give you another example to show you why Cleveland has a better supporting cast than Miami Heat, as if you already, like you need any more. But check it out. Let's look at the centers. Okay? Big Z. He is a solid center. He'll hit down the shot consistently. He'll knock down his jumpers consistently. He grabs his rebounds when he grabs rebounds. He does the job on the boards. Okay? So they have Big Z. The Cavs have Big Z. Now, who is the Heat's center? I'll give you time to answer this one too. You done? Jermaine O'Neal. And this is not the Indiana Pacers all-star Jermaine O'Neal. No, 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 no. This is the young, old Jermaine O'Neal who can't stay healthy to save his life anymore. And he's only averaging 13 points a game. And that's the games that he plays. He can't stay on the court. Last game he only played, what, 13 minutes and got 4 points. So the Heat win, the Heat lose in the center category. So they lose in what? Supporting cast, because they don't have a center like the Cavs. They don't have a second scorer like the Heat, like the Cavs. And Mo Williams is their point guard, and the Heat point guard is Martin Chalmers. So they win a point guard battle. So the supporting cast for the Cavs are better. LeBron has more to work with than D-Wade. If you take D-Wade off of the Heat, I think the Heat will only win about 12 or 13 games. And I think the Cavs will be able to manage to win around 25-30 without LeBron James, because they have Mo Williams who can score. He's proven he can score. He's went over 40 two times this year. He went over 40 2 times this year. Okay? He went over 42 times. I'm about to even make that even smaller. Think about it this way. Do you know how many other players besides Dwayne Wade on the Heat have scored 30 points? Don't worry. I give you time to answer this one too. You done? Nobody. Nobody but Dwayne Wade has scored more than 30 points all year for the Heat. In 82 games, no other player has been able to reach 30 points. But you had Mo Williams do it. He's done it more than twice. He's done it more than 5 times. So, therefore, that shows you that the supporting cast for LeBron James is better. And this is what's separating them. All right, this is what's separating them. This is why the Cavs have more records. Have more wins, and a better record. That's what's separating them in this MVP race. Because it's a close race. So you got to do something to separate them. Because they both are putting up good numbers. So in order to separate them, you got to go by who's most valuable to their team. And Dwayne Wade clearly is more valuable. Even look at the close wins that the Heat have won. It's either Dwayne Wade hitting down buzzer beaters to send them into overtime, or winning the game, getting a crucial steal in the last seconds, blocks. Let's talk about the blocks in the last seconds of the game that Dwayne Wade has this year compared to LeBron. So in the crunch time, Dwayne Wade shows up more, even on the defensive end. To separate the MVPs, we can separate them on the defensive end. Like I said, D-Wade is averaging more steals. And if you want to be a number cruncher, he's averaging more blocks. And what I mean by number crunching, because it's 1.3 for D-Wade, 1.2 for LeBron. That's number crunching, making it as small as possible. That's what ESPN and all these other things like to do in their arguments. So stop looking at the PERS. Doesn't make sense. Stop looking at these. I read something today, EWA, that shows if you take LeBron off of the Cavs, they lose essentially 30 more games, which I said they'll win about 25 or 30. But mysteriously, they didn't show how much or how many games the Heat will lose if you take D-Wade off. They didn't show that. So, my MVP, Dwayne Wade. And I'm going to run down my top 5 for you. D-Wade, LeBron, Kobe. My Kobe fans, I'm sorry, he's not going to win MVP. They're not going to give it to him. They didn't even give it to him when he deserved it in the years they gave Steve Nash an award. So he's definitely not going to get it this year. Dwight Howard, he's getting lost in the MVP battle, but Dwight Howard's having an MVP year. But he'll get Defensive Player of the Year, so it don't matter. And Chris Paul. Those are my 5. So let me hear from you. What you think? If you don't agree with me, let me know. I'm pretty sure 50 to 60% is not going to agree with me. I'm ready to hear it. TrueSportsTalk.com. If you haven't been there, get yourself over there. If you haven't told me what you would like to hear from me, I don't know what to write about. I don't know what to talk about unless you tell me. So you got to tell me. TrueSportsTalk.com.